Many of Oscar Taveras' Cardinal teammates are remembering his smile and eagerness to learn what it meant to be a big leaguer. By tomorrow night, the Rams will have wrapped up the franchise's 11th straight losing season.
Tough game against Auburn next Saturday.
You take him down. We're going to show who the real Tiger is.
The 6'2", 255-pound defensive lineman, known for crushing opponents on the field, is now crushing decades of stereotypes by announcing he's gay. A bold Cardinals fan makes a very bold move, and it's paying off big time here in Boston.
Players for both teams will be up on the top step of the dugouts tonight. Olympic shootout hero, first-time dad, and after last night, let's add hat-trick goal scorer to that list.
There's a light of mine, and I know the shine.
Joshua Brown's song is one of hope and happiness.
Let it shine. A boom, boom, boom.
A little guy thankful for the little things, like his favorite toys
I'm gonna let it shine.
and his favorite team,
Dun, 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 dun.
the St. Louis University Billikens. Appreciating Joshua's joy comes with knowing his journey. He's battled brain cancer since he was 2 months old.
He didn't walk until he was 4 years old. He didn't eat solid foods till he was probably almost 5.
Now 9 years old, that familiar foe returned for a rematch.
In December of 2012 was when we found out that there were new spots growing.
But this time around, Joshua fought cancer with a medical team and a basketball team. He connected with the Billikens through Friends of Jacqueline, an organization pairing kids fighting brain cancer with college and high school sports teams.
His personality just blossomed when he was around them.
And around no one more than Jake Barnett.
I was just like, wow, here's a kid who has confidence, who has spunk, who clearly is battling, but still, has a great attitude about it.
The Billikens rallied Josh through radiation. He hung with them on the hardwood.
That was the one they signed and gave to us for his birthday.
Teamed together,
Get out there and beat those other teams.
Slew did just that.
Jeffrey will take it himself.
The defense down for Ellis.
Historic success meant a trip to the NCAA tournament. National exposure for the team and Joshua.
You're looking at Joshua Brown, 9 years old, and he's been battling brain cancer.
Three-pointer made the first one of the night for the Bills.
But one round into the big dance,
The Ducks are moving on.
the music stopped for St. Louis U. Basketball games, like life, can't last forever. Less than 3 months after Slew's season ticked to a close, the clock was winding down for Joshua.
The tumor had spread dramatically the end of April. Within 10 days of when we had that MRI, he was in a coma.
On Sunday, June 2nd, after a month in a coma,
Taking longer to breathe, taking longer to take a breath, until he just stopped breathing.
Really, the last thing that I remember was when he was going into the coma. He said lots of praise, and we've always kind of wondered about that. It's like, well, where did that come from?
I think in those moments, everything kind of slows down, and you start remembering, oh man, like this is for real. Like, he's not here anymore. I won't go to his house and see him, tomorrow.
Jake spoke at Joshua's funeral.
Here's a kid who struggled, who had a lot of problems, but yet in hindsight had a hope and a motivation that was not of this earth.
Through wins and devastating losses, teammates pick each other up. The Billikens carried Joshua to his final resting place.
We have all the confidence in the world that he is in heaven, that he is healed.
For the Browns, part of moving forward
I would be ironing his dress shirts before he would go to school.
means going back to a place and people keeping Joshua's memory alive.
On behalf of Billiken Basketball, Athletic Director Chris May would like to present a 2012-2013 Atlantic 10 Conference Championship ring to the Brown family.
Isn't that beautiful?
Wow. That's nice.
No, it has his name on it. makes you proud as a mom to know that, Joshua's influence was so huge in just that short time.
An influence the Browns share through their foundation, Joshua's Great Things.
Every night before Joshua would go to bed, he would say, God will do great things in me. And he wouldn't go to sleep until he said it. And we believe that. That's how he lived his life, doing great things, influencing people. And that's what we want to see continue.
Living life on borrowed time, Joshua Brown shared his greatest gifts: hope, happiness, and a light that shines eternal.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I'm Mike Colombo, News 4.
Yeah, Andre, at the foot of the statue for the greatest Cardinal, Stan Musial, sits a memorial for a player that many hoped could one day be a star like Stan. Oscar Taveras is being remembered as a talent whose bright future suffered a dark and sudden ending.
The 1-0. Hit hard. Deep to right. It's a long one, and it is gone. Home run, Oscar Taveras.
In mythical fashion, Oscar Taveras officially introduced himself to Cardinal Nation on May 31st. Almost 5 months to the day, the excitement of that debut is replaced with sadness.
I really feel and give my prayers to his teammates and his family at this time.
I want to keep Oscar Taveras and his family and everyone and my prayers right now. It's just a difficult time.
The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
A franchise known for its winning tradition has also suffered some devastating losses.
We regret to inform you, because of a tragedy in the Cardinals family, that the commissioner has canceled the game today.
On June 22, 2002, 33-year-old pitcher Darryl Kyle died of a heart attack inside a Chicago hotel room as the Cardinals prepared to play the Cubs. Nearly 5 years later, 29-year-old pitcher Josh Hancock was killed in a late-night drunk driving crash on I-64. 7 years after that, Cardinal Nation is again mourning, this time the death of its most promising prospect.
Claire, Andre, many of Oscar Taveras' Cardinal teammates are remembering his smile and eagerness to learn what it meant to be a big leaguer. Back to you.
And our coverage